Okay, Pradeep. So, Pradeep, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer it one by one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Pradeep. So, my first question, Pradeep, is how is your academics? I mean, how you have done in your academic career, like 10th, plus 2, graduation. Are you a good student or you an average student?
Sir, I am a good student in my academic career.
Okay. So, what is your favorite subject, by the way?
Sir, mathematics is my favorite subject.
Mathematics is your favorite subject.
Yes, sir.
Who is the father of mathematics? Who is called the father of mathematics in India?
Sir, I exactly, I think Archimedes is the father of mathematics.
No, no, in India. Do you know Ramanujam?
Yes, sir, I know.
So, the World Mathematics Day is observed in which day? Do you know?
No, sir, I exactly no, did not know.
So, actually, when you say that you love teaching mathematics, this little bit of knowledge you need to know. So, Ramanujam is called the father of mathematics.
Yes, sir. Father of Indian mathematics.
Indian mathematics, obviously. I am talking in Indian context.
Yes, sir.
His name is Srinivas Ramanujam. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, uh, basically, when you will become a teacher, you are going to teach mathematics, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, could you tell me what is your method of teaching? I mean, uh, how you are going to teach mathematics to the students? For example, you will be given 45 minutes and you are asked to teach the basic concepts of simplification. In that way, suppose how you are going to teach a student. Could you tell me in 2 minutes what would be your process?
Sir, first of all, I want to introduce my topic in different manner and like a story or like a current scenario situation. On the basis of that
Mhm.
situation, I want to introduce my topic. Then, according to
Hmm.
the topic, which method is applicable, then I will decide. Then that method I will apply on.
Yes.
Uh,
There are going to be combination of poor student as well as bright students. Some
yes,
students
sir.
actually naturally they will pick up uh, teaching methodology, but what about the poor student who have very little idea about mathematics?
No, sir, I do not know how to deal with them.
Yes, yes. Okay, I am telling you the answer. Actually, first of all, poor students are very poor because they are fundamentally poor. They 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 don't know the basic concepts of mathematics, like simple addition, simple subtraction, simple multiplication, simple division. So for the poor student, you have to give them some basic exercises, plenty of, in fact, plenty of basic exercises from the older books or any books which you refer to them, like R.S. Agrawala, mental math or something like that, so that by the time they start their simplification or the topic you are going to teach, so that they will be in a position to tackle. Otherwise, if their basic is poor, whatever effort you might put, they may not be able to succeed, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the way you can go for it. And as far as the India's National Mathematics Day is concerned, it is 22nd December. Please remember. Okay. The Mathematics Day in India is observed 22nd December. Please note down. Others also, those who are in mathematics, please remember. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So my second question, Pradeep, to you is, my first question is gone, and my second question is, Pradeep, what do you do in your leisure time?
Mm,
When you have
In
some free time, what do you do?
that means in my home or in school leisure time.
No, in your home actually. When absolutely in the school, at least you are you haven't finished your job. You have still some work to do. But in your home, I'm asking.
Sir, my daily activities and my family responsibility, first of all, I have to maintain. And then if some time um, um, left, then I'm, I prefer study, self-study, and for the
Mhm.
next day, prepare for the next day teaching.
Very good. So you are very focused and make yourself prepared for next day's assignment.
Yes, sir.
Any specific thing you do? Suppose you are very tired and want to take some mental rest. Do you watch like TV or read some stories? How you actually always you do your work apart from your professional work? Anything extra work you do to relieve your tension?
Yes, sir. That is TV, maybe TV or some current news,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
also I love playing cricket. So
Because
after free time,
yeah, so you also play some cricket.
yes, sir.
Actually, Pradeep, relaxation is a prime factor in fulfilling our life. Because always if we do the same work, life may become boring and monotonous. Therefore,
Yes,
you need some extra work for relaxation. That is my point. Okay.
yes, sir. Yes.
Those whom I am not asking question, please don't make any noise and mute your microphone. Only those students whom I am asking. Okay, my next question to you, Pradeep.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you will be appointed in a OAVS Adarsh Vidyalaya Model School in a rural area, and you will join as a new teacher. How will you connect with the students? Those who are joining, those who are already acquainted with the older teacher has left, and you have joined as a new teacher. So how will you connect or the motivate the students as you will be a new teacher in a new environment? How will you adapt and adjust there?
Sir, first of all, if I join in a rural school, then my first duty is to engage with the students, not only in
Mhm.
study but also in playing with them, and
Mhm.
sharing some thoughts or ideas or stories with them.
Mhm.
And I wants to
Very
create
good.
a healthy relation, friendly relation.
Mhm.
And then I take my topic, then only listen carefully. They will make mm,
Yes. Actually, the point is that in order to connect with the students, first of all, you have to give a personal touch to them so that
yes,
they
sir.
will feel that here is a teacher who is concerned about your welfare and well-being so that students cannot miss the old teacher. So you have
Yes, sir.
to understand uh, that they are in a rural area, they are quite devoid of good teachers. So they have a lot of expectations from you, and you have to fulfill that expectation just by giving them some time, extra time, understanding their problems, and giving them that, as I said, their personal touch, so that within few days or few months, you will be able to uh, create the gap that is created after the teacher who has left the school. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I am going to another student. His name is mentioned in the participant list, Anand. Anand, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Anand, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anand, could you please introduce yourself? A brief introduction of yourself.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Anand Sagar Punda, belongs from Jagatsinghpur, and I have completed my graduation course from SBM Autonomous College, Jagatsinghpur, and then after I have completed my Bachelor of Education from DD Autonomous College, which is under North Odisha University, and then I am now pursuing my post-graduation course under Utkal University in
In which subject?
physics.
History, physics. Okay, very good.
No, physics.
Okay, Anand, do you have any teaching experience?
No, sir. Professionally, I have not started in any educational institutions like in school or any government school or in private school, but I am continuing my teaching in private tuitions, tutorials, and individual tuitions also.
Very good. Okay. So that means you have some idea about teaching.
Yes, sir.
So why you want to join in Adarsh Vidyalaya?
That much I have know about the Adarsh Vidyalaya. It is a model school that is something different from the other schools that always tries to give preference to the rural areas. And other factor, main factor is its salary package is good, and it's help us in financial. It will support me in financial ways, and it also moderate from the other schools. That's why I want to join OAS.
Very good. So you are saying that it will give you financial security as well as social prestige also, being a teacher.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So since it is a model school, do you have any role model for you in teaching? Like a favorite teacher whom you like a lot in your schooling or college days?
Yes, sir. I have many favorite teachers. That not only one but also many favorite teachers. That in mathematics subject also, if I said that is our Krupa Sindhu Behra, one of the teachers that I have affected by him much. I am motivated by him so much to be a teacher, and for the cause that I can become. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is the greatest quality of a teacher according to you?
The quality of a best teacher is to first know his students properly, and to judge the weakness and strength of the students. Then according to him we have to prepare and to judge him, to assess him, and not only to say the book, not only say prefer him to book, but also give some outer knowledge to him. And I think discipline should be maintained by a teacher properly also. So as you are the role model for him, that's may motivate students also in their career.
There is a saying, a good teacher teaches, but
Yes,
great
sir.
teacher inspires. What do you mean by inspires? How we can inspire the student?
Inspiration is not to say what I am and you do that much not, but you should inspire them what they need and what they try to become. That in that way we should motivate him, and according to his strength points we should motivate him, and we should work hard with him also, so that they can go ahead.
Actually, inspire means actually every student has some talent. The duty of a
Yes,
great teacher is to bring that latent talent to outside, so that whatever ability that a specific student has, that ability,
Yes,
that talent, that potential will be realized in the true form. The student will come to his true form. So the great teacher actually bring that quality out from the student just by inspiring him. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay, Anand, it seems that you have a lot of confidence in your ability. So I will get back to you after some time. Let me
Yes, sir.
go to another student whose name is Firoz Kumar Pradhan. Firoz, please answer my questions. Firoz, can you listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Firoz Pradhan. Firoz, presently what are you doing?
Presently, I am preparing for OBS interview.
Okay. So do you have any plan B? Suppose you don't succeed because there is competition for the posts. Suppose due to some reason you won't succeed. Do you have any substitute plan B to follow?
If I have did not get, I will did not select. No, I will not selected in OBS interview. Then I will
Huh.
prepare for next time. Next time, prepare for
That is called
other.
never. Don't
No?
lose heart. Definitely you will get selected, Firoz. If you actually put up a lot of effort, if you are ready to put that extra hard work, definitely you will succeed.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Firoz, please tell me what is your subject in teaching?
My subject teaching is social studies,
What
sir.
subject you are going to teach?
Economics, sir.
Okay. So economics and
Economics and political science, sir.
economics and political science. Okay, Firoz, could you tell me in which year our liberalization, globalization took place in India?
1991.
Economic reforms. Very good.
Economic
Who was the prime minister at that time? Who was the prime minister?
Narendra Modi.
1991.
Sir?
In 1991, Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao was the prime minister. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
Narendra Modi was not at that time the prime minister. It was Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now our economy has been reformed, but there is a farmer strike that is going on some economic principles. Do you know why so many farmers, particularly from Haryana, Punjab, northern India, are protesting? What is their problem? Do you have any idea, Firoz? Why farmers are protesting against government farmer law?
No, sir, I have no idea.
Okay. So actually, the farmers actually government wants to eliminate the middleman and asking farmers to just give their yields to them. But farmers have some communication and transport problem, so they are struggling to reach the government mandis. That's why farmers are complaining. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
And you say you can also teach polity. Okay, Firoz, could you tell me what is the difference between directive principle of state policy and fundamental rights?
Fundamental rights are justiciable, but directive principle are not justiciable.
Yes, that's a very good answer. You cannot enforce legally, even if somebody violates the directive principle of state policy. Whereas fundamental rights violation, we can go to the law of law. That's a good answer. Right to education is a fundamental right. In which constitutional amendment the right to education has become a fundamental right?
I think 46 Amendment Act.
46.
46,
Just think again.
82. 82.
Again think.
No, sir. In 2002 year. Hello. Hello.
So which a constitutional amendment?
Not sir, I am not able to answer.
Yeah, it is the 92
92.
constitutional amendment. Right
Which
to become a fundamental right.
which year?
And it is perhaps the Right to Education Act 2009, also known as the RTR, was enacted in Parliament on 4th August 2009. Okay,
2009.
2009, and it comes under Article 21A of the Constitution of India. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now,
Hello.
subject knowledge. But now I'm asking you some other question. HR question. What is your strength, Firoz? What is your strength?
My strength is honesty, self-motivated, and flexibility.
Flexibility and self-motivation. So, can you tell me an example of your life in which you have shown flexibility and succeed?
Sir,
Could you tell me any example of your life where flexibility was needed and you showed it?
flexibility means if
Actually, when you say something as your strength, you must have some actually ready to answer the cross question, because just because you have that means you must have proved it in your life. Like you can adjust and flexible in any situation where things don't. Suppose you are teaching, but your lesson goes out of context. You have to be flexible enough to carry on the class by changing your lesson there itself, right?
okay, sir.
That is called flexibility. Okay, Firoz. Now I am moving to another student. His name is Dibakar Behera. Dibakar,
Yes, sir.
please.
Hello.
Good afternoon to you.
Good
Dibakar, how are you?
afternoon. Fine, sir.
Fine. Okay, Dibakar. Now I am going
Yes.
to ask you a few questions. I hope you are going to answer them.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Dibakar, how you assess your students?
Sir, generally,
How
sir.
you prepare some standard?
Hello.
How you assess? Dibakar, can you hear me?
Sir, your voice is caught somehow. Again, repeat, sir.
I am telling how you assess your students.
Yes, sir. Now audible, sir. I am
Mhm.
answering.
Okay, please answer.
Generally, sir, to assess a student, we expect three. Generally, 3-4 aspect. One is her his or her attitude, and second one is about his study, and third one is how
Mhm.
it is gratitude and respect to say, their parent or teachers or seniors.
Very good. So you have an overall all-round assessment of the student. Okay.
Yes. And in classroom, generally we assess a student there on performance basis in examination, but overall we.
Okay. But because nowadays a lot of scientific assessments have been formed, so you have to follow them. And
Yes.
whatever assessment system the school has, you have to abide by it. Okay.
Okay.
My second question is that have you noticed that the quality of education has deteriorated or it has improved over the years? My question is that the IQ of the students has increased or it has decreased according to you over the years?
Sir, actually, some partially I told you that some partial student get IQ level high, but somehow it is also decreased. Some student because due to some
Mhm.
internet they use bad on other way, wrong way, and
Mhm.
also
Yes.
and also they waste most of time in different games like online games. They did not studies or do not do anything work,
Mhm. Mhm.
and it is also affect their mind. Did not creatively changes. IQ level increase means that mind should be critical thinking about something new, but nowadays it became laziness because due to some smartphone, internet.
Absolutely correct. So actually, you are Divakar. What I am trying to achieve from you, you said the exact point. Because of lack of reading, creativity, and imagination,
Yes,
students
sir.
are more glued to the technological gadgets, which is killing their creativity,
Yes, sir.
isn't
Yes.
it?
Yes.
So, what could be done to distract students? To how what could be done to uh, make students gadget free and bring them back to the books? Because nowadays reading habit has drastically reduced by the student. What could be done according to you to improve the reading habit of the students?
Yes, sir. Yes. Actually, nowadays, sir,
Mhm.
mobile phone or tablets or electronic gadgets are important or important for every life. Student also
Mhm.
use for their self study. Not all student use wrongly, but some student using. Now, for my point is how to distract them. I have to take some steps like doing some playground work, that mean outdoor games, and
Mhm.
also I have take one step that is how to practice reading in classroom books.
Mhm.
In a
That's a
mathematical
very good
view,
answer.
in mathematical view, I
Mhm.
try to assign some puzzles, fun games like mathematics related mathematics games. I assign them
Yes,
or
yes. So today you are in form. You have answered all my questions. Congratulations to you.
thank you, sir.
Now I am moving to another student, Anju Ansulipati. Anju, could you hear me?
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Am I audible to you,
Anju,
sir?
how are you? Yes, yes, perfectly audible.
Good afternoon, sir.
Anju, how are you?
I'm perfectly fine, sir.
Okay, Anju, I am going to ask you a few questions. I hope you are going to answer them perfectly.
Okay, I will try my best, sir.
So my first question to Anju you is that how you are going to control your temper if some student provokes you and try to irritate you in the class. How will you control your temper? Will you punish the student instantly or you will react in a different way?
No, sir, I will never punish them instantly. Uh, in a
Mm-hmm.
other way, I don't really like the punishment session in the school, and I will try to
Mm-hmm.
make them understand what I am saying. And they are just kids. They don't know actually the value of education,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't know actually the value of uh, the subject that I am teaching them, that is mathematics. they they
Mm-hmm.
thought always that mathematics is a vast subject that we have to focus, and we have to do extra things, we have to calculate everything, we have to do many students have some fear for mathematics. So
Yes.
don't like
So
mathematics,
you
so
want
they
to
try to
make that
provoke
clear.
the teachers. And no, I will never lose my
Mm-hmm.
temper. I will always control my. In a other way, I am also very friendly and very caring. I never get angry on instant situations. So I will try to make them understand, and I will try to convince them in a very friendly manner. That
Very
I
good
will,
answer. My
I will
second
try
question.
that.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
The next question is that parents also play an important role in students' development.
Yes,
How
sir.
will you involve? How will you involve parents in a student's learning? How will you involve the parents in a student's
Yes, sir.
progress?
Yes, sir. Actually, the family and parents are the primary source of education for a student, for a kid or
Mhm.
for a child. That is
Hmm.
formal or informal or non-formal in various ways. But parents and family are the primary source of education. Then I will
Yes.
always they the way they brought up and born and brought up, they will that will reflect in their life. So I will always
Mhm.
try to sometimes there is a disconnection between parents and the child, so that they just left them for school and they go to their jobs or etc. But sometimes
Mhm.
the child got disconnected from his parents, and sometimes he thought that he or she just alone in this world. So I will always
Mhm.
try to get touch between the child and the parents. I will do some parents teacher meeting somehow, or sometimes I will
Yes.
just connect to them that their child is learning better, or sometimes he got sometimes some negative points, so that she needs to be corrected, or that I will always try to connect to them. I will never just left them in their way and the child in another way. I will never left them, but I will try
That's
to
a
connect
very
between
good
the.
point. The most important point I like that the child sometimes feel very lonely because parents are
Yes,
too busy in their work. So it is the duty of the teacher to make the parents realize to spend some quality time with their kid so that the kid will won't feel alone and be
yes,
motivated for further studies. So that is the crucial thing the teacher need to make parents realize that fact.
yes, sir.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, Anju, do you read newspapers?
Yes, sir. Sometimes
Okay.
I just got busy on household works, or I used to help my mother in household
Mhm.
work. Sometimes I got sometimes I just forgotten. Otherwise, I will always try to. I will, and I try to always read newspaper.
Yeah, being a teacher, you must be well informed about the situations happening around you so that
Yes,
you can always keep the students well informed or humored. When they get bored, you can pass on some good information. You should read newspaper.
yes, sir. Actually,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Uh, what is the role of libraries for students?
Yes. Library is another source of education or learning for the students. They just
Hmm.
library is a vast space that the student can get through schools or through other formal or informal way. But library is the collection of various books, and
Hmm.
the books more the child read the books, more he or she knows about the world, or everything, every aspect of life, or every I am trying to make you understand that books everything is just in books. We are just
Hmm.
trying to cover all these aspects and try to become a bigger better person in the next day. But books has everything in it, but we should just read them and apply them in our daily work. So
Yes, yes.
more
Learning
the
from the
child
book
read the
must be
book,
a habit.
yes, he can she can just uh, develops himself, develop him or herself in a better way. So library
Very
has
good.
a very,
And
very good role in education.
okay. So my final question to you, Anju, final question for today.
Okay, sir.
What would you do if you find some student is a little mentally challenged in the class? I mean, little bit mentally retarded, not on par with other students. How do you handle such type of student?
I will try always that the learning to make the way of learning easy, and that everyone can get the knowledge and the brief or small idea about the thing that I want to teach them. Just I want to teach, or I want to say that in a very activity based or a playway method, or something example to rule. That's where the inductive method. I will always try to just start with their daily work and just reach to my definition or reach to my formula.
Yes,
I
and
really want
particularly
that
hmm,
everyone
mentally
should
retarded
start.
students, first of all, hmm,
Yes,
no, no, my answer, the actual answer is you must ensure
yes,
other students must not
yes,
make fun of that student who is a little bit mentally low. So it is your duty to protect that student in the class so that others cannot laugh at him or make fun at him. So
yes, sir.
because he is a little bit challenged by God,
Yes,
and he must be dealt with love, affection, and care. Okay.
yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next person I am moving to Mr. Bijay Kumar Behera. Bijay Kumar Behera, can you hear me?
Sir,
Okay, Bijay.
hello.
Tell me, are you ready? Are you ready for the today's questions right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Bijay. So, what are you doing since your graduation?
Sir, after graduation, I prepared for the competitive exam, but for 2 years. After that, I applied for BED, and I got chance for
Hmm.
government BED, and I completed
Hmm.
year. Since I'm
Okay.
preparing for OAS, I got the skill OAS. Now I am preparing for the
So, in competitive exams, which exam you were preparing after graduation? Which exams?
sir, railway and SSC.
Okay, but now you are completely focused towards OABS.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Bijay.
Hello.
So, my point is, what prompted you to take up teaching as a career option? Why you want to be a teacher?
This sir, during my classroom when I am as a kid in 9 and 10,
Hmm.
I was a little bit classroom teacher, which whom name was so I so we
Okay. Vijay, your voice is
completion of graduation.
breaking a little bit.
Due to
I
the
can't hear
network
your voice
problem,
properly. Yes, there might be some
there
network
is
issue. Your voice is not completely audible to me.
okay, sir. Sir, here the network issue is concerned.
And now
Am
I
I
can
audible
hear
to you?
you. Yes.
Okay. Sir, after the graduation, the 2 years I have prepared for the competitive. So
Hmm.
later I feel that I should take career in the teaching line. So I prepare for the
Yes.
entrance and I selected well. So basically, I am impressed by my class teacher
Hmm.
in 9 and 10. So when I am
Yes.
tuition by our class teacher, and I feel that
Mhm.
teaching profession is the best. Teaching profession is the best profession in the world. Which best profession?
Hmm. Okay.
And
Okay, Vijay, what you have
teacher
learned
as the
from
best.
your parents? My next question is,
I have
what
learned
you have learned from your parents?
I learned a lot in my parents. There is a courage and become more productivity and become. If you want to do anything in your life, then you have to focus on your goal and
Hmm.
don't listen to others. If you want to do, then you must to focus on your study or focus on your duty. Then one day you will be achieving what you want. They always influenced
Hmm.
me. If you doing something, then we will help you
Hmm.
in your bad and good time. They are the backbones of my career and of my life also.
Yes, that's a very good answer. And my final question to you,
Okay,
how you maintain discipline in your life?
sir. Also, if I
Are
to talk about the
Hmm.
discipline, I regularly
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
doing yoga in at morning every day, 2 hours.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Mm-hmm.
when a situation arrives in my mind that the situation become worsen, then I became quite silent, but not not say anything to the other person. If a person angry on me, then I decide to not to say something. I decide to quiet, um, and try to
Hmm.
listen to what he says on me. If I found anything wrong in me, if he says something wrong about me, if I am wrong, then I would like to correct it later.
Very good. That's a good approach and strategy to control your anger and remain disciplined. Very nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Vijay, for these good answers. Now I am moving to Binapani
Thank you, sir.
Malik. Binapani, are you there? So I am moving to Binapani Malik. Binapani, can you hear me? Okay, it seems that Binapani Malik cannot hear me. So I am moving to friend Ipsita Panda. Ipsita, are you there? Ipsita is
Yes, sir.
okay. Yes, Ipsita, I am going to ask you some questions. Are you ready to answer?
Okay, sir. I'll try.
Okay, Ipsita. Very good. So my first question is that during this pandemic period, it has affected a lot of people mentally. Many people have lost social contact
Yes.
and they are not going outside. How you keep yourself motivated during the pandemic?
Um, During pandemic, it's good to not go outside and just keep yourself busy inside home. Um, I keep myself busy or motivated by studying books, and
Hmm.
because there are so many jobs I have to appear. So I'm
Hmm.
preparing for that
Hmm.
and
That's great.
watching news, uh, updating myself.
Okay, Rishika, do you believe in online studies? I mean, there are a lot of sites are available like Udemy, etc., so that you can purchase some courses. Do you believe in online studies?
I believe in online studies for for some certain things only. Online studies, you can rely on online studies, but the physical interaction which can held in a classroom
Mm-hmm.
is not there. We can see the
Yeah.
emotions. We can
Yeah.
see the emotions of the child, what they are
Hmm.
thinking in a classroom. and a physical interaction is more way better than a digital interaction.
So basically, you are trying to say online classes is a supplement to coaching, not everything.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Yes,
Online
because
classes are a supplement.
classroom coaching imparts not only studies but also the many qualities to the student, like how he tolerates others' behavior, how he socializes with
Yes,
his
sir.
classmates. So it is a development of both mental and
How
emotional
he
quality. Yes,
interaction? Yes, sir. Social activities. Yes.
that is a great answer, Sita, you have given me. I am looking for that answer. Okay. Smita, as you are going to join a school, what qualities you are looking for from a principal in a school?
A principal should be cooperative towards his fellow teachers,
Hmm.
and because at sometimes we get uh, disturbed by some classroom activities, or let it we get some demotivated by something, then
So basically, principal
he
some
should
good
be
managerial
motivated.
as well as some leadership skills. Hmm.
Yes, sir. He should be a friendly way.
So what is your subject, Ipsita? Which subject you are going to teach?
I'm going to teach mathematics, sir.
So basically, how can you
Mathematics.
make mathematics interesting for the student? As sometimes some students find it little bit terrifying, a little bit they are afraid. So how will dispel that fear from the mind of the students as well as make mathematics interesting?
Um, I will teach them in activities by doing activities so that they will have fun.
Hmm.
Um, and
Hmm.
I'll give them instruction, and they will interact with their peers and
Hmm.
do the things by discovery learning so that they can have fun.
Mhm. But I have
And they
noticed.
will find.
Mhm.
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Many students are losing interest from mathematics because of lack of practice, and they are not doing enough practice. So how to instill that sense of competitiveness and practice mentality among the students?
I will explain them the today's scenario, that it's a
Mhm.
competitive world and we have to compete it uh, through our creativeness. We have to compete it with one's talent so that
Hmm.
they can do something, they can grab something and can motivate it.
Very good. So Ipsita, today you are completely good in your communication as well as answers. So I'm quite looking forward to the next discussion. Today you have
Thank you.
lived up to your talent. So you are well on your way to succeed in the interview. So keep it up. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Now I am moving to Prafula Kumar Panda. Prafula,
Yes, sir.
are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Prafula, could you introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. I am Prafulla Kumari Panda and I am from district Rayagada. I completed my graduation in Rayagada Autonomous College. After that, I was engaged myself in private schools. Then I completed my graduation in Singhania University, Rajasthan.
Okay, Prafula, presently what are you doing?
Now, sir, I am doing MSc
In which subject?
Mathematics. Sir.
Okay, so
In
basically
mathematics.
you are going to be a mathematics teacher.
Yes, sir.
That's very good. Okay, Prafula, please tell me, do you know how to use computers for teaching?
Yes, sir.
Computer or any technical things? Have you
Yes, sir.
have you ever taught online to any student before?
Actually, sir,
Do you have any experience?
no, sir. I actually
Hmm.
nowadays, I think before 3 months, I was engaged in my MSc online classes, sir. Due to Corona,
Yes.
sir.
So being a
Sir.
student, you know how online classes are carried on.
Yes, sir.
Because nowadays many schools have installed smart boards.
Sir.
Therefore, you must know how to prepare PDFs, slides, PowerPoint presentation. Do you know all these things?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what is your plan? I mean, after 3 or 4 years, in which position you want to see yourself?
I want to become a successful teacher as
Mhm.
in schools or colleges. That matters only teaching profession, sir.
But nowadays, what is happening? There is a
Sir.
divide, social divide, like sociologist Karl Marx said, haves and have-nots. The
Sir.
poor getting poorer, they have very little access to technology and modern methodology of teaching, whereas the rich getting richer and they have plenty of access. So in a school, similarly, students are also same. Both poor and rich people's children are studying. So how will you bridge that gap while teaching, so that you can be very judicious in your approach? How to handle both type of student, richer as well as poorer sections of society students?
Yes, sir. First of all, in the class, first I have to identify, means personally contact with the students by giving some.
Very good.
By giving some simple means things that I can understand who are rich, means knowledge, who have knowledge or who have less knowledge. Then, sir,
Yes.
I personally go to them and identify their
Actually,
problems.
what I am saying, there is a method I know when we were in school, our teacher used to practice. Suppose there are 5 rows, you have to identify 5 good students and you have to make one bright student sit in all the 5 rows respectively, and that bright student will look after the poor students, so that equal distribution of knowledge might take place. That might be a solution. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And my last question to you: suppose you are in the class, but due to some reason, the principal or the management, whoever has said that please change your lesson plan and teach some other subjects. So how could you approach that class? You are not fully prepared, and in the midway you have to change your lesson plan. In that scenario, how do you handle the class?
Okay, sir. It suppose I have some knowledge about means other subjects, then I can easily manage. Otherwise, I can give some tasks or some general knowledge or some extra curriculum, in current affairs, GKs, all the things to manage that class, sir.
Very good, very good. That is the specific answer I am looking for. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice answer, actually. So Prafula has actually performed quite nicely in his mock. So now I am moving to next student, Pratyush Kumar Sahu. Pratyush, are you there?
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, perfectly audible. Okay, Pratyush, please tell me how you are preparing for your interview these days.
Sir, I have sir
Do you know that how the marks are distributed in the interview?
yes sir, interview sir.
Subject knowledge,
Subject
is 20
content
marks,
is 70% or
pedagogy
and
5 marks, general awareness 5 marks.
yes sir.
Okay, so these are the content 5 marks,
Yes sir.
and the personality is 5 marks.
Hmm.
So, first of all, what is your subject in the class
Sir,
which you are going to teach?
my subjects are biological science.
Yes, that's a very good subject. So, how basically when you, as biology is basically a pictorial, lot of pictures need to be made. Are you good at drawing pictures in biology?
Sir, moderately sir, drawing moderately sir.
But nowadays online resources are available. So, do you use online resources while teaching in a class?
No sir, in
I
online
mean,
teaching sir, I have no experience sir.
no experience. Okay. Suppose school makes some arrangement, they will give proper training. Are you ready to teach online
Yes
after
sir.
training? Oh,
Yes sir.
okay. So nowadays, many parents prefer to send their children to private school instead of government schools. Why this is a trend that is happening in our country or a state, where many parents are more interested to send their children to private school? Why?
In private schools sir, there are a lot of infrastructure which can be found in private school, like proper study material, তারপরে TLM, teaching learning material, so they are quietly attractive. So but in government school infrastructure is bad, so parents obviously going to the, and their mark system on their percentage is also high in private school.
Yes, some basic amenities
So in
are there, well maintained, and
so
their
parents
teachers are
prefer
more
to
accountable. Nice answer.
yes sir.
Do you think that punishment is necessary for students? Do you agree?
No sir, punishment is not necessary, because if we punish the child, then they can demotivate. Instead of punishment, we can understand, we should understand them about the what and realize the true about the life.
And my next question to you: suppose you are teaching a very talented student, very gifted student who is very much. So, would your approach will be the same, or will you change your approach by teaching that sort of student?
No sir, if a talented student, if no sir, sorry sir, I cannot.
The answer is that if some student is very talented, first of all, you have to give them an opportunity to represent school in different state level, national level competition, so that he comes to the limelight and realize his full potential, and bring him to the public notice, and advise him to participate in a lot of scholarship tests like National Talent Search, etc. Many scholarship tests are being conducted, Olympiad, etc. So that accordingly you have to prepare that student. Okay.
Yes sir.
Okay, the final student of the day, Soumya Ranjan Das, are you there? Soumya Ranjan Das.
Yes sir.
Okay, Soumya, what is the significance of your name, Soumya Ranjan? What does it mean?
It means to behave same to all.
Yes. Soumya means good looking. and
Oh.
Ranjan means you behave well with everybody. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so why do you want this job, this particular teaching job?
Really, sir, I like the teaching profession from my childhood because
Mhm.
I got inspired from my father as he is a teacher, and also teacher is a profession above all, and it creates all the profession in the world.
Mhm.
So I want to be a teacher in
That's
life.
very good. So you want to follow the footsteps of your father.
Yes, sir. I really want to footsteps of father and want to also make motivate the children.
As you said, your father was a good teacher. Explain what are the responsibilities of a good teacher.
So first, a teacher have to be disciplined in his life, and should be friendly with his students, and should know his accountability towards the society, and also the responsibility towards the children, and also towards the organizational parameter
Very
of the
good
school.
answer. That's a great answer. And my next question is, what must the teacher do on the very first day? I mean, when he first lands in a school, what should be his approach and what he should do?
Really, it's a excitement for a teacher to be put his foot on a school. Should control his emotion and uh, should teach as
So
usual in
first
the
of
school.
all, he must looking forward with great excitement, enthusiasm, meet everybody, introduce himself to the class, introduce himself to the team in which he is going to work,
Sir.
and have a very good rapport with the principal, like this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And how you can handle a weak student? A weak student who is little bit challenged, cannot understand what after one attempt. How could you handle a weak student in the class?
So really, a teacher always uh, try to accept the challenges and happy to be accept the challenge. Really, I want to teach the students equally in the class, but I will focus more if he not understanding the first time. Then I will understand him, teach him in the second time, and I will teach him till he understands my teaching.
That's a great answer. You have to be patient because weak
Yes, sir.
student demands a lot of patience and attention.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's a good answer. And my final question to you,
Yes, sir.
that is a current affair question. Presently, our country is going through a crisis, and students are very vulnerable, and they will come to the school after a long time. In that scenario, they have lost that enthusiasm, they have lost that eagerness to the class. In that scenario, how do you motivate the student to restart their career again?
So really, it's very unfortunate to be in the pandemic. So, and after the pandemic, we will motivate the students, remotivate those students for the learning, and also as they have lost their enthusiasm, I will try my best to uh, back their enthusiasm to the teaching, and also give my teaching best as I can.
Yes, sir. So very nice talking to you. You have endowed with a good voice. You can be a good teacher in future, I believe. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So time has run out, in fact, for today's class. I am closing the class today. I will come up with more such questions tomorrow to all the participants. Till then, goodbye. So please be in touch with our management. They will contact you about the other classes, other periods, and they will form a group of you. So be in touch. Thank you for attending today. Thank you very much.